Hello, and good day, as we are back again in your session. So let's start with our analysis. So far, gold is falling down, like we said yesterday. The more likely we will see continuation to the downside. This looks amazing. We had rejection from, I would say, a pretty strong psychological level of support, like, and we could see short-term rejection from this. Like maybe price could go like even 1,000 pips upside, and that will be just a pullback. But overall, I do believe that we will see continuation to the downside. And my prediction for not today, but for let's say next few days, is eventually a pullback from this area, retest, breakout, retest, and maybe continuation to the downside. But just like I said, my target is overall 4,400. I didn't expect that price will reach this area in just like few days. Yesterday price was above 5,000. I said that more likely we will see continuation to the downside, but that was pretty fast. On a 30-minute time frame, you can clearly see a really strong bearish momentum. We had a pretty strong sell-off after Asia session. London session was selling off. Now we had a slightly consolidation around 4,700, but then price went down significantly lower, retesting 4,500. Just like I said, strong psychological level of support. We got rejected from this area. Now we could expect pullback. This is still downtrend. And the reason why we could see retest of this area 4,700 is just because we have here a lot of consolidation, value area low. You can clearly see we had a pretty strong consolidation on a smaller time frame, like 5-minute time frame. Once some price broke below, we had a straight continuation to downside. So short term, yeah, maybe we could see upside bullish momentum, but overall price will more likely continue to go down. On the other hand, here we have US 30 also created pretty much lows. Price was currently in the last 10 minutes up 140 points. We could see this is, in my opinion, this was just a pullback before we see continuation to the downside. But in the same time, be aware that because CVD is moving to the upside, you can clearly see pretty strong CVD last two candles. So this bullish momentum could eventually continue. Maybe even we could retest today's highs, which is 46,320, 330. So overall could look something like this and continuation to the downside, or we could see eventually rejection from this point of control or value area low. Price might reject and continue to go lower. So far, if you follow my stream for at least 2 weeks, you know that I'm still kind of bearish on US indices and gold as well. Now the question is how long this will continue. Probably for the next few weeks, in my opinion. Then we will see, I would not say new all-time highs, but eventually price could go up and retest the previous all-time highs on US indices, and then more likely we will end up in a recession. This is my prediction for this year. So far I was right, and I am currently right. First of all, I was right about selling gold. Most of the people didn't believe me because it was like, yeah, we have a war, there's a lot of uncertainty, more likely we will see more bullishness on gold, gold will reach and create a new all-time highs. But as you can clearly see, that didn't happen because it's not just uncertainty that moves the market every time. Even if you, I don't know if you remember, in 2008 we had a recession, but gold didn't went up, gold actually went down. That's because we had a little more bullish momentum on US dollar, and there's negative correlation between US dollar and gold. And in this situation as well, we have a US dollar which is moving up, and we have a sell-off on gold, which is not surprising in my opinion. But this will be just a short term because, yeah, short term gold is bearish, but long term is still bullish, and the lower the price goes, the better buying opportunity will be for me. So yeah, just be careful, because just because we had a strong rejection from 4,500 does not mean that price will continue to go up right now. Okay, like gold is still in a downtrend, and it's still kind of high probability that we will see continuation to the downside. This was pretty strong rejection of 500 pips, and today we had a lot of volatility on gold. We could expect pullback, but how big that pullback could be, that's the really good question. But overall, even this 600 pips pullback could be enough for eventually price to continue to go lower. But yeah, we'll just wait and see what will happen. In the next 5 minutes we will have a New York Stock Exchange open, and that will probably give us a little bit more bullish or bearish momentum on US crude oil, on US 30, and eventually we could see continuation to the downside after some retracement or maybe retest of this point of control, which is sitting around 46,185. That will be my target of eventually this highs from today. So yeah, when you're bullish or bearish on something, it's much easier to wait for your entry, you know. If you're not waiting for your entry, it could be tricky, or especially if you don't know what are you waiting for. 'There's so much volume right now on gold that even on a 1 minute time frame you could catch the really beautiful entry. A lot of volatility. Be careful with lot size, because yeah, usually volatility like this on gold kills a lot of counts. So be careful while trying to buy or sell. You need to be aware that your stop loss should be higher or bigger than usual. One minute and 40 seconds left. I'm still waiting for a sell opportunity on US 30. I want to see a little bit bigger pullback and then continuation to the downside. Hello, Prochrome, welcome. I hopefully gold reached your target for today. Yeah, look at this. This on 5 minute time frame looks like a normal price movement, but when you realize that this is 800 pips move in just a few minutes, this is really insane. Look at this. You will either lose a lot of money or you'll win a lot of money. Only if it continues down. Oh. Yeah, hopefully you took some profits. Okay, we have New York Stock Exchange open. That will give us a little bit more volatility for sure. Since I'm looking for sales on US 30, I want to see some kind of pullback first. I want to see some pullback and then continuation to the downside. Okay, US 30 trying to push down. But like, I'm not actually rushing with the sells here. I would rather wait for the pullback than go with the sells. I don't like how the price is going right now. So yeah, I would rather wait for the pullback than expect continuation to the downside. The same thing for gold. I mean, I don't want to go with the sells right now. I want to wait for the pullback. That pullback could be eventually 4,700. I know that's like 1,200 pips from the current price, but be aware that gold is already today 2,400 points, like, which is extreme, like 5%, over 5% down. At one point it was more than 6% down. So yeah, I want to wait for the pullback then continuation, and this is pretty much everything you should do in a downtrend or the uptrend. When price break below support, wait for the pullback on a smaller time frame and then just go with the sales and continuation. VT crude oil still sitting around 96. Price really struggled to break above 100. Yeah, maybe I could go short-term buys on gold because this price movement is really wild right now. Like, price fell down more than I was expecting, but in the same time I expected the price will retest 4,500, but I didn't expect that would be that fast. You know, pretty much yesterday the price was above like above 5,000, yeah, and now like 4,500. Insane. Like 5,000 pips in like less than 24 hours. It's crazy. I mean, when the last time you saw that, like, volatility like that? Really, really insane. So even when price goes down so much, it's kind of logical to expect a pullback before continuation. Like, the question is how long, how big pullback will be. But overall, my prediction says, and my analysis says, like 4,700 before we see like eventually further continuation. Like, target could be 4,400. Yeah, my target was like, I would say last week my target was 4,400. But I also said that price could go even lower, like 4,200 or even 4,000. And the lower it goes, the better buying opportunity will be for us. So yeah, I mean, I will still be playing on that 4,200, 4,000, 400, 4,000, something like that, 4,400. and that will be my target. Maybe not for this week. I mean, considering how price went down like 5%, if we see a similar drop of 5%, then we will even break below 4,400. But yeah, it's really, really hard to say right now. I still want to see pullback on US 30 before I go with sells. If I go with the buys right now, go with stop loss below, let's say 4,550, that will be stop loss 120 pips. Yeah, I mean, how crazy volatility is, my entry should be like 0.01 lot. Maybe 0.1 because it's risky. Okay, I'm not in buys right now. Yeah, I will give my trade. I will just play a little bit with 0.1 lot. I entered long with stop loss below pretty much its own lows. Let's do 100 euro stop loss. 100 euro stop loss is 120 pips. Yeah, this is my entry. I mean, this is pretty much just, I would not say just for fun, but we could see small pullback before we see continuation. And that's why my stop loss is really, really tight. But looks like the price will hit that really, really fast. Be aware that nothing is on my side, okay? I'm still bearish on gold. CVD is falling down. Very small entry. I mean, if happens, happens. If not, it is what it is. I mean, but be aware that this is pretty much how I would call it, like a joke trade or just for fun. And yeah, just for fun trade is now like 130 pips in profits. God damn, it's only 1 minute time frame. Yeah, if you look on a 1 minute time frame, kind of, I would not say the trade makes sense because it doesn't. We are still falling down. But we have here consolidation. I took entry pretty much at the bottom of that consolidation. And if price managed to break above this resistance on a 1 minute time frame, we could eventually see continuation to the upside. If price goes down, I mean, it is what it is. Nothing crazy will happen. If price goes up, amazing. If current candle managed to break previous candle highs, I will be moving stop loss and break even. And after that, more likely I will end the stream. On the higher time frame, I will be definitely looking for sells on gold. I'm not gonna lie, I would like to see gold going even lower, significantly lower. Even if price decide to hit my stop loss, I mean it is what it is. But I would like to see price below 4,500. Oh shit. Look at that. That was in just a matter of seconds. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I lost 106 euros. Still in profits for today, just like I said, very risky entry. And I do not expect the price will go up, but that's why my lot size, it was like really small. I mean, not just small, actually my stop loss was small considering the price movement. And this is actually the first loss in March so far. And today is 19th of March, and this is actually first loss for me. And yeah, that's why I'm trying to keep my losses small, my wins big, and what happens. Yeah, guys, I think I will end the stream. I'm like currently too big volatility for me on gold. I'm not gonna lie. And for indices, it's really hard to say where the price will go. If you look on the last 2, 3, 30-minute candles, it's pretty much no clear direction. And for that reason, I will stay away from today's market. Eventually, I will come back tomorrow. Tomorrow, I will be streaming the London session. Today, we have a lot of news. At least we had a lot of news. Bank of Japan policy rate is the same statement. I didn't read that. Okay, climate 24.7 positive, unemployment rate 4.2%, also good. Switzerland policy rate 0 expected, monetary policy official bank rate 2.75 expected, unemployment claims better than forecast. Okay, every news we had today is pretty much good. Interest rate decision for the European Central Bank 2.15 still. Nothing has changed. Press conference is currently it will be like in the next 2 minutes. Yeah, we'll have to wait. We have a lot of. So the Switzerland is the first to return to 0% interest rates. Yeah, I mean that was like that was kind of expected because they really have problems. Not with inflation, but with actually deflation almost like Japan had in the past. A lot of news, a lot of volatility. That's why I will stay away from the market today. So tomorrow I will be streaming a London session. Although there's no news in the morning, also there's no news in New York session. So I will be streaming in the morning London session. So thank you guys for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe, and see you tomorrow in the same time. Thank you guys, take care, and bye bye.